think, Lester? What do you think of Facebook changing their name to Meta?
Well, Google changed their name to Alphabet
Yeah, sure.
because you get to a point where you're big and you have lots of brands. Your holding company needs an identity on itself.
Yes. Yeah. So, what do you
Yeah.
think? It's taken them too long to get there? Or...
Why do it now? That's more my question.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, so I suppose the whole
It's just
name
tax avoidance.
Meta is based on the fact that because they also bought Oculus,
Yeah.
which is the VR company.
Hmm.
And this whole metaverse thing is becoming a big thing of this, basically a digital world that is like a digital twin of the real world.
Yeah.
And I think it's becoming big with games and obviously VR, mixed reality, that kind of stuff.
It's already big with games.
Yeah. So I think that's what I suppose the main reason behind that is they're trying to change like the perception of Facebook is that the Facebook company, their main product is Facebook, the app, which, like you say, Lester, correctly, that's, now they've got Instagram, they've got WhatsApp,
yeah.
they've got Oculus, so...
But I think, maybe that is a good time then, because
so I suppose in a way they're repositioning themselves.
They keep introducing a new platform because trends change. Like kids don't use Facebook like the previous generation did. And yes, we're on Instagram and that now, but what's going to be there for the next generation? They have to develop that now because trends will change. And if you're right, as you bring in VR technologies, it's going to change the way things are done.
So
it's still going to be a social media thing, but it's going to be it's going to have different bells and whistles to it.
So do you think like in the future we'll solely interact through VR? We'll just lay on the couch.
Nah.
We'll just lay on the couch, get hooked up into the metaverse, and then that's it.
I just get a flashback to Black Mirror.
Yeah.
When you talk about that stuff. Remember the guy lies on his lazy boy and puts on his thing and goes into that world.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to come, man. I can't. If you take Elon Musk's Neuralink kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the fact that, there's a good chance that you could tap into that.
Yeah. I think technology is changing really, really quickly. So can I give you guys one example?
Yes,
it's not linked to metaverse, but when I was in a conference, I was using OneNote, right?
Yes.
It's got a dictate feature.
Yeah.
It's actually very accurate.
Yeah.
And it's very good at ignoring people's accents.
Oh, right.
And it's actually...
So basically you're transcribing when someone's talking.
Yeah. It was so amazing. And basically there was some interesting questions coming up from the audience and they just transcribed the guy's response.
Oh, right.
I was and it was a long response. It was like a page.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing. It's because previously, I started typing it out, and I was like, "Why don't you just try this dictate feature?"
Have you tried the transcribe in Teams?
No.
Did you know that when you're in a meeting, you can
transcribe?
Transcribe, yeah.
Yeah.
So. And you can do that in different languages.
Yeah.
So this has to be tied into some sort of neural net.
Yeah. Look, I think, yeah. Definitely. Well, I suppose any sort of the Google Voice Assistant. So even on the Samsung, when you use your voice recorder, you can tell it to transcribe while it's recording for you.
Yeah.
So it's all probably cloud based.
Natural language.
Yeah. And it just keeps on getting better.
But what do you think the future is going to be? Do you think it's going to be augmented reality or completely artificial?
Augmented.
I think augmented, yeah.
Because you can't come up with something that works for everybody and everything.
Yeah, I think
to go completely AI based stuff, everything you need a common platform, and there's too many variants, so it'll be augmented.
So you think it's going to be augmented? So it's going to be I don't know if you guys saw the concept of Microsoft Mesh.
What is that? Is that a graph related thing?
No, it's actually like augmented reality platform. So
Okay.
what they're trying to do is they're trying to obviously create augmented reality glasses where you can actually project digital content into like your room. So for example, say you'll put on the glasses and you dial me on Teams and I'll be
Yeah.
basically chilling there on your
Yeah.
couch.
So is that the same thing as the Google Glass thing that they're talking about, like the HoloLens as well?
Yeah, but what they're doing is they're specifically aiming at like productivity market. So
Yeah.
having like meeting with people, like with people actually being present there, but in your real life environment, so not
Yeah.
artificial
Yeah,
environment.
yeah, yeah. So I saw that somewhere something that came through during the week with these holographic
Yeah,
projectors
yeah.
that you can put on the stage. So
Yeah.
someone can be standing, like I'll be standing there physically, and you dialing in from somewhere else,
I'm gonna be my
And-
hologram is projected.
and your hologram is projected there on the stage.
Wow,
Yeah, that's pretty cool as well.
wow.
Yeah, and I think they've tested that already. I mean, they showed there were like 3 or 4 products that they were showcasing there.
But
It's been
I
around,
wanted
it's
to
been
ask
around
you.
for 2 years, guys.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys: would you feel comfortable spending 8 hours completely in VR?
No.
8 hours a day.
I suppose when you've tried, like for me, the first time I put on VR goggles and whatever,
Yeah.
like you lose like your brain gets like short circuited. Like you get,
Disorientated. Yeah.
yeah, you like. Well, the thing is that you all of a sudden, after a while, you forget that you're not
Your
really
brain adjusts
in
after
that
5
thing.
minutes.
Yeah,
You can't just go from one call to another. It's fine if you're in a 4-hour session. After 5 minutes, you
Yeah.
get used to it.
Yeah,
But going from one meeting to another, it's just.
yeah.
I mean, I already suffer from motion sickness. VR always hits me.
Oh, really?
I think it's really cool stuff, but geez,
Yeah.
I get motion sickness quite quickly.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting. I'm very curious to see where it's going to go, and it's so interesting. You know, when last week we were talking about that company that started the Google Earth thing.
I actually watched the documentary.
Did you watch the
Well,
documentary?
it wasn't the documentary. It was the $1 billion code on Netflix.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Man, it's so well made.
yeah. But did you see when they first started there? They were using VR goggles,
Yeah.
and that was in the mid '90s.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And remember there was a Stephen King.
It's in
movie-
black and white and pixelated though.
No, it wasn't actually. It was in color,
I
but it was
remember.
it wasn't very high graphic. But and then do you remember Stephen King wrote a book called The Lawnmower Man?
No, I never read that.
Yeah, and there was a movie. Pierce Brosnan was actually the actor in that. Let me see if I can find it. Lawnmower Man, and in there he goes into this virtual world. Lawnmower Man, the movie. Let's see when this was made. 1992. Right? Yeah, 1992. Pierce Brosnan as the Dr. Lawrence Angelo.
Wasn't he Bond in that in that year?
He was
Probably.
Bond in that era.
Yeah. So so The Lawnmower Man is by Stephen King. And so there you go. So, but what I'm saying is that this whole concept of VR
Yeah.
was as far back as the early 90s.
But-
And it's only really in the last
Yeah.
7 years that it's gone to another level. And like when Leslie, you were saying, like the hologram thing has been around for a while. Yeah, but the problem is that they go through these iterations. I mean, like take, for instance, a digital camera. I can remember when digital cameras first came out.
It was the
They
biggest
were
thing.
frighteningly expensive.
Yeah.
They were like, the quality was crap.
Mm.
And then they disappeared for 2-3 years. And then they came back again.
Mm.
So it was like almost like, okay, it's too early. People aren't ready for it. Just dial it back, come back again. Like the Google Glass. When did they first announce it? Google
I think
Glass.
about 5-6 years ago.
Yep. Like nothing happened. Right? It was too early. And now, see there. They say 2014, right?
Wow. So that's like
So started selling a prototype, qualified to
7
on
years ago.
2013, yeah, 7 years ago.
wow.
And you still don't have it commercially available edition of that.
So do you think they're just holding on to that
Well, I think
until the market's ready and then?
yeah. So here they're talking
your
about the
consumer
enterprise.
needs to be ready for it. The environment needs to be ready. Culturally, you need to be ready for it. All the other tech that you rely on needs to be ready for it.
Yeah.
So
And
put,
I mean,
put
the
it
thing
out
is-
there and force people down a road.
Yeah. So it's yeah. So it's these things will go through these iterations. So I mean, of the smart glasses that are out there, this Microsoft HoloLens, which is the augmented reality units, right? This I don't know if you've ever tried this.
No, I've never tried this. I just saw a
Yeah.
video of that.
So they had some guys that they came to our office
So you
some
tried
time
it?
back. Yeah, I've tried it.
Wow.
And it's it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. But the problem is that all the processing power is in the head unit. Okay.
So it's not linked to the computer.
No. So
Oh.
it's
Completely standalone.
completely standalone,
Wow.
right?
Does it
So-
get hot?
Sorry.
Does it
Just
get hot?
wondering about the processing P. Yeah, does it get hot?
No, I don't remember it getting hot, but it's heavy,
Sure.
right? And obviously power hungry,
Yeah.
obviously. So the thing is like the Google Glass is like a pair of glasses like this, right? With some sort of heads-up display in the thing that projects
Yeah,
onto the lens or whatever. But where's the processing power? The processing power is in your cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I think it's going to go, is that you'll have this cell phone to the glasses sort of connection kind of
Yeah.
thing. Processing power and the power will be on your cell phone until such time that you can get like nanotechnology that goes down to the level where you can build the processing power into the frame of the glasses.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like build the processing power into your brain.
Well, yeah.
Well, powered by
Well,
the energy from your
Seeing
brain
that you went
activity.
that way. Yeah, look, I mean, I suppose that's not outside the realm of possibility. That kind of thing is that, you'll have to fuel up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to eat lots of carbs and still keep your weight because all the processing power for your Google Glass. Yeah. So I'd love to see where this. I'm excited about that. I mean, for me, the idea of being able to have a pair of glasses on or contact lenses, it might even go the
Yeah.
contact lens route,
Yeah.
and then be able to have like this heads-up display of, like think about, Google Maps when you're driving. Like you don't have to, I think it's amazing. It's notification, WhatsApp. What you doing, dude?
Driving.
Yeah, no, I'm just deleting my email at the moment.
Everyone's driving past each other, waving.
Yeah, exactly.
How's it? No, I'm on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm driving.
yeah. And I mean, and then you think about hooking it up to the brain. Like I'm saying, because like when you in virtual reality, and that's the thing with the HoloLens, is that it recognizes gestures.
Yeah.
So you can tap on
Yeah, you can
something.
interact with
You
it.
can interact with it in front of
Yeah.
of it, and you can swipe and
So
do
you
stuff
can
and
take
whatever.
a model, you can take a model, you can turn
Yeah,
it,
you could turn it
you
around
can turn
and
it, you can
do
spin
this
it,
kind of thing. Yeah.
you can enlarge it,
Yeah,
It's-
but now think about like you would going back to the embedded in the brain Neuralink,
Yeah.
whatever. Like you don't even have to do anything, no hand gestures. You can just think, okay, delete that mail, delete that
Yeah.
mail, delete that mail. You're busy looking at your Google Mail, and you're just going, looking at
Undo.
something and deleting it.
wow.
Let's blow your mind.
Wow.
Anyway,
How far away is this? What do you think? Like, if you guys have to take a stab at this, because it would be interesting to come back to this like 5 years down the line and see how badly off we were with our projections.
yeah. Well, this
Let's
is
save it.
this
Let's make a note.
episode.
Save it for episode 2003.
Yeah, 2003. Yeah.
I just want to see the heads-up display in cars come to life a bit more. So within your windscreen, stuff happens. You can
Yeah.
text message will pop up on your screen. Your whole dashboard is on your screen. You don't have a dashboard; it's now on your windscreen.
Yeah.
And somebody sitting next to you can be watching a movie on their side of the screen, but you can't see it.
Yeah. Sure.
It's that That for me would be pretty cool, and we're not far away from that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, there are cars that I mean, the BMWs I know for sure do that, where you can have the heads-up display and you can see your
route.
and also your speed and
Because it would be pretty cool, like as you're driving, it tells you, like it actually shows you with a virtual arrows,
yeah, it does do that.
saying you need to
Yeah, it does do that. Just don't wear polarized glasses,
yeah
sunglasses, because then you can't see,
see
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the windscreen should be polarized anyway.
Yeah. Anti-glare. Yeah,
Anti-glare.
so I see announced just now in September 2021, a collaboration between Ray-Bans and Facebook Reality Labs, or Meta Reality Labs now, I would imagine. Something called Ray-Ban Stories, which are smart glasses. And they're going to be available as both prescription and non-prescription. Yeah, check that out. See here, so it says here, what does it say here? These will include two, and this is going to cause a problem, man. 2 5-megapixel color cameras to capture photos and video. Open ear speakers, 3 microphone array, and a touchpad
Yeah, I agree
on the
with you.
right-hand side, all connected to an integrated Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. For integration to either Facebook or hands-free calling, the Ray-Ban Stories require Bluetooth connectivity to a smartphone. Yeah, there you go. So they will have some processor in the glasses. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. But those cameras on the glasses, it's going to cause a problem.
Yeah.
Eh? Industrial espionage.
Yeah.